Hello, welcome to the Made You Smile podcast. My name's Melinda.
And I'm Carrie, and we're here to bring you fun, laughter, and maybe even a few aha moments.
So ready, set, smile. Oh wait, I didn't smile.
It's time for you to walk.
How do you know?
Mind your own business,
been standing
watch.
very still this whole time.
I know.
How do you know?
You don't know
what elevation
Maybe
my
I'm
heart
doing
is at.
squats. Maybe I'm.
How do you
like,
know?
You don't know me. Watch. Mind your own business. I didn't ask you.
I feel bullied.
I didn't ask you.
Do you feel? I feel bullied
to
by my
get
watch.
in my business and tell me.
You don't know what I have been
when
doing.
I need to walk.
You walk.
You get up and walk.
Oh, what?
You
just have a
you
wristband.
think you're
you
so
little silicone body.
special.
I mean, I can have a body like yours too and be all flat.
I know. I don't see you
Squished,
exercise
but
and
you don't
watch.
even move your
When do
feet.
you? I can't even.
You have sat on my wrist.
You
all
won't
day
even let me into my password.
and done a thing.
Oh my
Telling
gosh.
me to stand up.
Technology.
All right.
Anyway, back to it. Hi. You know what?
What?
You know what I did this morning?
Oh, what'd you do? I could tell by your boo-boo lip.
I said goodbye. To my precious baby son and his sweet, precious angel wife. And we gave them our car and our car. This is the second car I've given my son, by the way.
Oh, I didn't know
The last one is in Hawaii. This one will be left in California. So we gave them Randy's truck.
right.
Because they needed a car.
Because
so
they're going to also have to pull.
yes. So they hitched up a U-Haul, packed all their things up, and are headed to Santa Barbara, California. He's going to be the next gen / youth pastor at Veronica Springs Church in
Yay.
Santa Barbara, California.
Yay for Veronica Springs. 'Cause they're
And
getting
I know.
a very
I'm
good
so
pastor.
excited for them. Yes, this church is incredible. I've been. It's beautiful. It's just incredibly beautiful. And they go from the beaches of Hawaii to the beautiful beaches of California. And so they're very excited about, my daughter-in-law is actually very excited about having cool weather, like being able to wear sweaters, and because she didn't get to do that. She didn't get to wear coats and jackets and stuff most of the time in Hawaii. But yeah, so we said goodbye to them. They had been here for a little over about a month and a half while they were
That's
transitioning.
hard. That was a long
It's very
period.
hard. You know what?
I don't get to see mine that long.
I
only
know.
saw mine for
I know. Well, and we
4
were
or
having
5
this
days.
conversation this morning too, that it'll be different from now on, because the way they, with the time in their life in Hawaii, when they would come home for the holidays,
like almost a sabbatical.
they would be here for a long stretch of time. But now it's going to be more like Caleb, your son, at his church, where I was thinking about next year at Christmas. I'm like, you'll have to be there for Christmas Eve. Like they won't
that's
get to
been
come
hard.
home until like Christmas Day or so. And they won't get to be here as long either.
Caleb, Emily, and Peter came in Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Christmas Day around noon. So yeah, our Christmases look different now, and they can only take off about a week.
Yeah.
So they spend 3 short days with us and 3 days with Emily's family, and then off they go.
It's hard. It's really, really hard. And I mean, what else do you say about it? About sending your kids off?
We talked about there needs to be a book for parenting your adult children, which not parenting, but how to almost for us, how to transition into that role of being.
See, I still think it could be called parenting, because you don't stop being a parent.
Right.
It just looks different. It's just the boundaries are different.
Yes.
You've got different expectations
Who's that
on
comedian
either
you
side.
like? We like
Yeah.
Leanne
Morgan, yeah.
Morgan, where she says, And they say boundaries when she's talking about her grandchildren.
Yes, yes. She goes,
have rules.
our baby. And they're like, she's talking about our baby. And they mean, and then my son and daughter-in-law are like, no, our baby, between her and her husband. And it's like, no, our baby, like all of our baby. And then they go and talk about stuff like boundaries. And
so you were saying, though, that how do we...
What would you encourage? How would you encourage someone who, let's say their kids are in high school looking down the barrel of graduation, and the parents are starting to like really fear that next season of life of empty nesting? Yeah.
We could probably look back on kindergarten. When you take your child to kindergarten, what kind of parent were you?
That's so true.
Were you like me?
Yes.
Who, when I dropped off my fourth one to kindergarten, did a little jig in the car of, what am I going to do?
You barely tap the brakes when you're letting them out.
When Aaron rolls out with his oversized backpack, I'm like, Mommy loves you. I'll be back. And then I looked around and I thought, no, you're going to do great. You're going to do great. No. Brothers and sisters are there. You look for them after school. Okay, Mommy will be here after her Starbucks coffee in the afternoon. So, and there was that kind of parent.
Yes.
And I have to say, but for my excuse, I had 4 children under the age of 5 at one time.
That was a lot. I remember that. It was hard for me, Melinda. I just want you to know, having 4 kids under 5 was hard for me.
It was very close together because you wanted to go do stuff.
I did.
It was like, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, but it was a lot. But anyway, so there's different, look at those kindergarten. Then there was the kindergarten parent. As I'm dropping off Aaron, I'll look over and she's got her big notebook where she's writing down what he's wearing and what cartoon character was on his lunchbox. And the kisses as they go away.
Trying to pry him off of,
Right. And so you're convincing her that, listen, the day will go by fast.
Yeah.
Not
fast enough.
Anyway, so I kind of look at the empty nest time.
Yes. That's a good barometer.
For some people, it's a time to reconnect with their spouse, and you're going to get to travel again, and you're going to get to have dates, without arranging
childcare,
childcare, and then there's some, which I have to say, the empty nester period was harder on me than I thought it would be. I kind of thought I would I thought I was going to be looking at it like when your children were in school, and now, but the house gets so quiet.
It really gets quiet.
I didn't realize how much I actually enjoyed the silly arguments that would go on, and you're going to see, is Caleb going to pull this one off? Is he going to win this argument, or is Brenna going to beat them down, and they're going to put some kind of princess movie on? Let's see where it goes.
Yeah. My money's on Brenna, always. My money's always on Brenna.
Well, poor Brenna. She grew up on a feast of action-adventure shows. She really didn't, with 3 brothers, she didn't stand a chance. But the empty nesting was harder on me. That I can remember dropping Caleb off at college, and we all, Brenna and Aaron went, Riley went.
I remember that.
We all bawled.
You all just had it was hard.
Oh, leaving your heart there and driving away. It was really hard. So, what advice, all of that to say, what advice would we offer? I think parents at this time are in a great period because we have FaceTime.
Yes.
And Caleb, bless his little sweet, loving big heart.
Yes.
FaceTimes me every single day.
He does. Because sometimes I FaceTime with Caleb.
Sometimes we're right here.
I remember the first year after Graham graduated from high school, he did a gap year. And I will say this to my grave, I cannot recommend a gap year enough. Like, it is...
I wish I had had a gap year.
It was the most formative, just the best catalyst for Graham to launch him into the next phase of his life, to go live in another country and experience something else and go walk around, see how other people live. You know what it makes them? Grateful. It makes them really, really grateful. But Graham was always, like, the older he got, I always thought when he was little, I thought he would buy the house next door to me when he grew up
Yes.
and marry somebody and then come over to my house every morning for breakfast and watch cartoons with me. I thought that's how Graham would be. I thought Rachel would go off and join the Peace Corps. It has been the complete opposite. It's Rachel who has always been nearby and, just kind of stuck with us. And Graham, who's like, I got to go see stuff. I got to go walk around the world and see other places and talk to other people. And he's just so interested in everybody. Like, he's just he's very much information driven. But I sent him off to England for a gap year. And when he came back, I thought so much that I was so scared about how much I was going to miss him. All summer, I was so scared. And I think, and I've told some younger parents this, I think the Lord, this is by design, that those kids in their teen years will drive you insane. And it's to make it easier for you for when they leave you. And Graham and I about killed each other that summer before he left. And I was so frustrated it's one thing getting a kid into college and getting ready to go to college. It's a completely different thing to get them ready to go work in another country.
But I remember there were some tears. I remember
there were some tears. There were some, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I wasn't depressed every single day. Just my heart, just heavy in my heart, and my heart heavy in. Anyway, heart. Anyway, I thought I set up a rule with him before he left, and I said, hey, you and I need to schedule a check-in at least once a week. I just want to hear your voice. I want to know how you're doing. I want to hear about your time, what it is you're doing. He was like, Mom, okay, we'll figure it out. And, just being obliging. It turns out that because his nights were my afternoons, he would FaceTime with me, and I would be sitting in this room working, and he just wanted to be on the screen with me. He would call me and FaceTime with me. Aww. And I would because it would be nighttime for him. So he's up on his computer playing video games or something like that right before he goes to bed. And he would just be like, Mom, we don't even have to talk. Just keep the screen on. And so for hours we would sit there and I'd just be working and he'd be playing on his computer just with him in the room. And I was so grateful for that. I was grateful that the Lord put that in his heart because he missed me, and I didn't think he was going to miss me at all. That was part of my next big thing. But I am loving this season, I think, more than any other season. I think I'm just really, really enjoying this season of our life with my marriage,
adult children, and seeing them.
My marriage, we have the conversations that we have. I don't feel like everything is a learning experience when we're all together. We just have fun. It's just, and thankfully, and just like you and your kids too, y'all love a lot of the same things. And so when we get together, we just do all of our favorite things.
I will say for us, the challenge is because we have 4 and we have 3 that are married.
Right.
So you're adding 3 families to consider and time.
Yes, that's so true.
In this period, holidays and time, getting one coming in from another state. My son lives in Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah.
And getting them, the scheduling is a challenge, and it has to be, and especially for a person that is not good at planning.
Right.
This has been a harder
season
for me, trying to figure out, okay, when do we have Christmas? What days, what times can Brenna and Cal be here at this time?
Yeah.
So that's been a challenge, and we're only, I think Brenna and Aaron have been married going on 3 years. Did they already celebrate they celebrated their 3rd anniversaries. So
well, because Brenna's married to Cal, and
Aaron
Aaron's
is
married to Molly,
so-
not Brenna and Aaron.
Well,
They were married
I
within.
will say those names together when Brenna and Aaron got married because they decided
Those turkeys.
one of them got married in June,
Uh-huh.
and Brenna and Cal got married in July.
Yeah.
So it was a very wedding heavy
Yes.
summer for us.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So that's been a challenge, and I think it's just we have a group chat which we've called
Yes.
brilliantly. Y'all ready for our group
Yes.
chat name?
Yes.
The Half-Wits.
The half-wit, because Witten. I love it.
Do you like that?
I love it.
So funny. But I love it because we usually all say hello in the morning. Good morning. We
Oh,
get
that's
picture
so cool.
a picture exchange of the grandbabies
Half-Wits.
and what they're doing, and the jokes fly all during the day. And it makes you feel like even if you can't be together, it makes you feel like you're still together.
I call ours the yum yum time. It's yum yum time because it started out as dinner, trying to get everybody coordinated for dinner. Like, what does everybody want for dinner? Or this is what time we're going out to dinner. So it was like yum yum time on a WhatsApp. And when I formed that group, all I got, because you on WhatsApp, you form the group, and the person that gets invited to it, when you add somebody, they see the name of the group. And so when I did that, all I got were eyeball emojis. Was like, what is this? What's yum yum time? This sounds great. Anytime food gets them all to the table. So
yeah, we had to form another group. I have to say this will hurt feelings.
Oh no!
But we have the McKinney fam group also because we don't want it would be so hurtful for the Phoenix crew to see how much we get together and have dinner together, and I know it's hard. Caleb is very much a family.
He's very sentimental. Yes.
A family guy, and so I know it's been hard on them to be in Phoenix. But back to what we would say about this time in life. How do you make it? How do you do it?
Yeah.
You have to be more intentional, I think.
Yes.
Intentional about phone calls, intentional about FaceTime, which I love it that my children are all very good at that.
Yeah.
I'm actually probably the one that's not as good.
Yeah.
And plus I'm usually in my studio and I have my phone attached in a cradle above the work that I'm working on.
Yes. Yeah.
And then I have my iPad set up in front of me.
Yeah.
So a lot of times when they're FaceTiming, they're seeing me at my drafting
working.
table and working.
Yeah.
And we'll do the same thing. We'll carry on conversations.
However long that goes on.
So
I saw a post yesterday on Instagram that said, my grown children, whoever returns or answers my phone call,
they get
$5 added to their Christmas. and she said they get I had a $5 bill into their Christmas budget. One's going to Disney World and the other's getting McDonald's gift card.
Be
intentional. Yeah.
Be intentional. We also have we had last year we had our first annual Witten family reindeer games.
I love that so much. I love it.
During the holiday, as your children age, you'll realize that all of those things that you tried to instill in them about kindness and what's important, and not being interested in materialism, about what you can do, you'll realize all those took.
Yeah.
You've raised beautiful people.
Yes.
And so what they value is time together, not what's under the tree.
Yeah.
And so make those times that you are together, have fun with it. Do what we used to do when we
love that.
We had game night when they were growing up where they could not choose to be out with friends. They had to be home and have a game.
Yeah.
I
think there is some wisdom in creating a space for when they are at home, for when they're growing up. Like, I think I heard somebody asking, it was John Christ on his podcast, was talking about, is your family a let you sleep in family, or is it a get up and go? My parents, like, everybody take care of yourself. Like, go sleep. And it's like my children, when they're home, I want to make sure. I always wanted, my goal for my house was that they would always want to come back home, that they would never dread, like, oh man, we got to go back home. And so I know that when Anna and Graham come over to my house, the couch belongs to them in front of my TV, because that's what they need. They need to sit in front of a TV and check their brains out. They don't need to, like, they want to sleep late because they don't ever get to do that. They're working constantly working. And so I just give them what they need. And when their cup starts to fill up, when their battery starts to recharge, then they're like, what are we doing? Let's play a board game.
Yeah,
let's watch a movie. Let's
go see the Christmas lights.
Let's go do this and go do that.
And I'm focusing around just the Christmas holiday, because that's when our families were able to all come together. But so I would say intentional planning, or planning for events. Yeah. And one thing that the kids are craving is time together. They don't want to sit, for our family, you don't want to sit with everybody on their cellular device.
Right.
We can do that all the time.
Yeah.
But you can't just have nothing going on, I don't think.
Yes.
So, planning for fun events.
Yes.
Going out and doing something together. When they are away, one of the things that we were talking about, the other thing that in empty nesting is, how do you as a parent start fitting into the advice giving?
Oh, my stars. That is the question. What do you call it? $5 million question.
It's so hard.
$5,000 question. It's so hard.
First of all, you have to wait.
I'm still figuring it out.
Inquisition, the request.
Yep.
But you know what I found? It comes.
It does come. It does
if
come.
You will
be patient.
Be patient.
Yeah.
That's been a pleasant surprise too.
Yeah.
Is how much.
The other thing that I've been that I thought was really fun was that they still call me when they've done something they think I'll be proud of.
Yes.
It's like when they're little, Mom, watch this, watch me do this. And it's just, they jump off the side of a curb. Like they jump really high, or I ran really fast, or Mom, watch what I can do, or doing little shows and stuff. And Graham, last year when they were in Hawaii, he didn't have dental insurance. And so he had to go through this whole thing of trying to figure it all out. And he would just text me and update me, because it's like when you get something figured out for the first time and your mom doesn't have to do it for you, it's like, look what I did. It's the grown-up adult version of look what I did. But I want to encourage parents too, that, and working with these college kids at church, it's so hard, because I hear so much the kids, and just know, if you're listening to this and your kid is in our life group at church, I got you. I got your back. Like, I am not going to like tell the kid to do something against you. I'm going to tell them to work with you. But one of the things that is so hard is when the parent just doesn't support their dream at all. Like, this is not what I
had planned.
Right.
As my child, I thought you would be doing something different at this point.
This career path that you have, I don't think it's the right one. Or you have to go to college. I don't want to go to college. That back and forth kind of thing. And there's a fine line. I mean, I do. Well, then you have to do something. You can't just go home and do nothing. You've got to do something. But it's really hard when that kid wants to go off into the world and see something. Like, I would rather go to this out-of-state college than an in-state college. There's reasons why in-state is so much better than out-of-state, but this college over here has exactly this program that I'm looking for. Okay, can we negotiate? But I think if you, as a parent to your young adult, your newly minted baby adult, that you just shut it down completely, it's going to make it so your kids don't feel like they can come and talk to you. I think if you are just adamant right out of the gate and just come at them with, Mom and Dad, I want to get married to this person, this boy I've been dating, this girl I've been dating. Absolutely not. No, you can't do that. Okay, I really feel like because they are adults. That's the thing, is they are adults and they have free will, and they can do it with you or they can do it without you. That's the hard thing to wrap your brain around.
Approach it like we talked about, talking to someone who has different points of view from you.
Yes.
Approach it that way also. Try to listen more, ask questions to understand where they're coming from.
Yes.
And a lot of times the way you word the question, that sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Now, where would your main income stream be coming for to pay for, the apartment and the electricity? I want to hear this.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
With
yes.
excitement,
That's so true.
I want to know I'm not going to tap into my 401k.
Right. Right.
To help you with that.
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing is when it's a difficult period of life, I have found a new relationship is developing. It's
yes. Oh, that's so good.
You had a relationship with your child, and it was so fascinating. Then you had a relationship with your teenager. Now you get a new, interesting version of that person you loved deeply in adult form, and it's like meeting that friend, that perfect. When people just connect,
kindred spirit. Wow, you just connect. Yeah.
Oh, because you already have so many things in common with them. Remember when we went to the great opening of Harry Potter and we all dressed in our hats and everything? So you've got this basis of a friendship already firmly planted and rooted, and now you get to hear their adult versions of their ideas. Yep. And the most beautiful moment I've had with my daughter right now, she had a baby 6-7 months ago. Yeah. And at first I thought, I came to you because I was like, my feelings are kind of hurt because there's 1,000 other people speaking into her life about how to raise this child. And when we grew up, the only people we had to go to were
moms and mother-in-laws. Yeah.
Mother-in-laws and maybe mentor ladies in the church.
Yes. My MOPS mentor.
So we only had to compete. They only had to compete with like 2 other people.
Yes.
But we have this big streaming of advice. But here's what I have found, and I think you will find that too. Mm-hmm. That got filtered through really quickly. Yep. And very quickly, the calls started coming for, Mom, what do I do?
What do I do?
How do I do this? Yep. And what you need to do is not going, oh, good. Yeah. And unload.
Yeah.
But
here's all my advice in one foul swoop. Yeah.
Look at it as I've got this brand new friend. Yeah. That is called and thinks I have enough valuable information. Yeah. So just like you would with a friend that you wouldn't want to run off quickly, choose how you share your information. Yeah. Be judicious in how much you share, and wait for questions to be asked. Yeah. It's been a really fun and beautiful time.
Something else I would give advice to that was really hard for me to learn. But I'm getting there, I think, and I want them to share this with me too, and they won't if I react the wrong way, if they think my feelings are hurt. But they're figuring out, as adults, as young adults, they are figuring out where Randy and I, like in parenting, you're going to overcorrect from what your parents did. It's like, and my son, with the training that he's been through these last 3 years of this intense, 2.5 years of this intense emotional ministry training of working on himself, which I think every minister should have to go through some intense, like where your stuff is coming from your past. But one of the things that kind of gets you as a parent is when your children start talking about, well, when I was growing up, this is the message that I got, or you and Dad would say this, and this is why I do this now. And sometimes I will even own up, not I'll always own up to it, but like my daughter will say, yeah, I'm this way, and this is the way I react, and I learned that about myself in therapy or whatever. And I'm like, That's on me. I did that. I'm sorry. Because this is how I grew up, or this is how it was handed down to me. And I'll say, this was the reason why I parented you like this. And now in hindsight, I can see this was probably.
I think they're getting the message to understand your parents more.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and yes. It's
like, understand that your parents have a history.
Yep.
They had parents that parented them. They grew up in different economic situations.
Yep.
I mean, my kids know, they've heard this story. My go to school both ways uphill in the snow story.
Yes.
Is that I worked full time when I was in school.
Yeah.
That was a different beast. And so, anyway, they're getting to picture, wow, my parents had, they have a personality, they have lives, they have history that has affected the way they've decided to parent us.
Yeah. It's the really cool thing, though, is that as my children are becoming more and more and more self-aware about their behavior and their reactions to things, Randy and I are becoming more and more self-aware about ourselves and about the way we grew up.
Brenda has taught me so much.
Yes, and just having these epiphanies and these, holy cow, I actually do that. Wow. Okay, no, I see, and this is why I did that. So it's this map. These humans now are these.
They're so interesting.
I know, they're so incredibly
fascinating.
Interesting. And yeah, it's just been it's been really, really interesting. This is the season, though, I think it's the easiest, probably. Would you agree with me that you get your feelings hurt?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
So much.
More than any other season of raising them.
Right, because it's been 30 years since I went through, for example, the childbirth process.
Yeah.
And so there's we had a big old party in our room when the first grandbaby was coming, when Riley was born.
Yeah.
Everybody was up there and they're waiting for the birth. It was a very private moment this time. And I remember telling you, it hurts my feelings a little bit.
To not be there with your babies.
Yeah. I thought, they would want. Yeah. And that came later, though. That came, it was so sweet to see how invited I felt into them helping to learn how to care for a newborn and how to make this work or whatever. But I called you regularly going, my feelings are hurt. And what's that meme that we see that says the watching your son grow up is like going through the longest breakup in the world ever.
Yeah.
As you see them become it.
Yeah.
So
it's like when they call you to hang out with you, it's like the cool kid at school inviting you to sit at their table. It's like, sure. Yeah, I'll come sit with you. If you want to spend time with me. Okay.
Well, and I love it because my daughter especially chooses to be with her mom. Like, we are, she'll say you're my best friend, but let's talk about those relationships where they're not as comfortable and cherished as you would hope that they would be. And protected, and it doesn't always turn out that way. And I have to think that time heals things, patience heals things. Guard. We were talking about earlier. I don't know if it's going to wind up in this segment or another podcast, but how you guard, be slow to let the words come out of your mouth.
Yes.
Let things sit a little bit. But anyway, this is just to recognize not every parent and child have the same easier transition into that. Okay, now how do we have an adult relationship together? How do you start treating me? I've had to say to Greg before, now the kids are coming over, don't ask them to go clean their room.
I know.
I mean, because those comments still come out. One of them will run through, hey, there's some stuff up in your closet. Could you go and check that and see? And I was like, make sure sometimes when they come over, it's just about excitement, it's just to see and carry on conversation.
I got dinged on that.
Don't always make it about what can you do while you're here.
Yes, and I got dinged on that. I was told, and I realized I do this, that I look for the good moments that we're having the when people are in good headspaces and having good
think this is a
conversation, I'm like,
safe
this is
time?
my window to bring up something that they won't, and no, it's don't, and because
That
it's
they
like,
won't what?
oh, that if I bring up maybe a hard thing to ask them,
Okay.
and when we're in a good headspace, when we're having a good, healthy moment,
There goes that-
conversation,
there's
and
that
I'll
goes
say,
that headspace.
hey, I was thinking about, what if this happened, or what, have you thought about, I don't know, an example, like maybe getting health insurance, or
Yes.
maybe paying your own
Or-
phone bill,
Yeah, or
or
have you thought about getting off of our phone?
yeah, something like that. Those are just examples, but I've learned that I look for those opportunities to and I don't just let it be just a good, fun, healthy conversation of like talking about lighthearted things.
Yeah, because
I'm
then I
always
guess
looking for the
you
window.
set up
Yeah.
that gut. Like that's what I was telling
Yeah.
Greg. I don't want them to worry about coming through that
Coming
front
through,
door
yeah.
thinking about what tasks do I have to accomplish
Yeah.
before I can
Yep.
us just have some adult, good one-on-one conversation.
Just a visit. It just needs, sometimes it just needs to be a visit.
I told Greg, they're our guests now.
Yeah.
It's a friend coming over, and I don't know how you feel about that. I know
Yeah.
it's still familial,
Familial.
relationship.
Familial.
But in some ways, don't still treat them like that
Yeah.
teenage kid that you've got to tell what
Yeah.
to do and stuff. So
Yeah.
you know what, we're saying we're giving suggestions, but it's just because Carrie and I are living it still right now.
We are. I feel like we're in you've crossed.
It's not the college
Right. This
thing.
is the
they've got their own
on
families.
my own time. Like this is when they're truly independent according to the laws and statutes of the United States of America. No. But it's go ahead.
Well, there was I saw a man on the street question
Oh yeah.
recently. I forget who was doing it, but they were asking, what's the current generation, the 20-year-olds called
That's
Z?
Gen Z.
So they were asking them what is considered adulthood now. When do you feel?
Oh yeah.
So it was so funny, but the ages that were coming back were like 27, 26, 27
Yeah.
is when they feel like
Yeah.
they've stopped being the parent-child relationship.
Yeah.
Which is so much later
Yeah.
than, my mom and dad were married at 16
Yeah.
and 18.
Mine were married
And-
at 19. Both of them were 19 years old.
And I think we felt, probably my generation felt around the 20, 22 years.
Was
like
the- yeah.
typically if once you got out of college, we were
Yes.
expected to support ourselves.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I was doing a lot of that while I was in school. So anyway, it's just interesting that it's kind of, and maybe that's because we're living longer. I don't know why that age has changed to
I don't
what's
know.
considered
I don't know.
adulthood.
That's a really good question. I don't know. I think it has, no, I don't know. I'm wondering if it has to do with the reliance on parents, maybe, or
Well, yeah, I'm just wondering, why has it happened? I mean, it's
Maybe-
funny whenever I say something, if I say something about my kids' generation, they'll look at me and go, well, you did it to us.
you did it to us.
Which is it's true. We talked a long time about how kids feel like they have many, many chances to get something right.
Yeah.
Because for a while, the school system, if you didn't get your paper turned in, you had until the end of semester.
Right.
Or if you made a D on your paper, you had about 20 more times to, and this is an exaggeration, to correct it.
Yeah.
And so we would talk, we'd talk about the kids. I mean, we tell our stories about, if you didn't get your work turned in, you failed the grade. You went to
Yes.
you went to summer school. You had to repeat a grade.
Well, and I think that's it.
And Caleb said, but y'all did that to
Yeah.
us. Y'all made
Yeah.
these decisions.
Yeah.
Everybody got the trophy.
It's
Everybody,
true. Yeah.
And they're right.
Yeah.
Whatever, if they have,
Yeah.
if we're seeing a delayed adult age, what they consider adulthood, it's because we've made some
We've delayed them.
We've made them dependent. And I think it's probably that thing of, I want my children to have a better child. You always want to better.
Yes.
And to,
yes.
So if you grew up with those parents that were kind of more strict, heavy-handed, or didn't let you just be a kid, things like that, you wanted to protect your children. And sometimes that's not always the best thing.
Yeah.
You know, so I was very, there were things where I would like step in between Greg and not, you know, I would say, let's not be so harsh in our decision now. So I don't know.
Yeah. It's hard.
There's part of me that says I'm okay with them still being considered children till they're 35.
It's really hard now that I'm in this. We're teaching this life group of these kiddos that are in college, and they're also working. So it's about half and half working, half college. But it's like, and it was hard. Well, it was hard when my kids graduated from high school, of looking at these sweet 18-year-olds going, make up your mind what you want to do for the rest of your life.
And if you make a wrong decision, just count on being miserable.
Too bad. Yes, too bad. So that's difficult to see these kids that are just trying to figure out life. And I believe their first year away, their first year out of high school needs to be more like a kindergarten. Because remember when kindergarten was just about learning the rules of
and being
school
forced naps
and having forced naps. I think that's important.
I'm still for that. Still.
Yeah, but get in there, take a bunch of classes, join clubs, see what your interests are and where your talents lie, and then go do that thing. So,
well, all that to say, yes, we all make mistakes. We haven't got it figured out. We're all trying to work. We're kids out there who are frustrated with their their parents and their adults are thinking, I'm an adult now, mom and dad.
Yeah.
We've never parented adult children.
Exactly.
We're still trying to figure this out.
And that's what I tell anytime a college kid comes to sit down with me, especially it's always the girls. I know there's a mom story coming. I know there's a mom, like my mom this, my mom that. And a lot of times it's my mom and my dad. And I always remind them, listen, this is the first time for them too. Right. This is what you're experiencing is completely normal, and it's growing pains. Mm-hmm. You guys from both of you, you're figuring out, how do I break apart from my parents, and the parents figuring out, how do I let this person go when they can't make a doctor's appointment, right. when they don't know anything about the world, when they don't know how to pay bills, when they don't know how to do all this stuff. And so it's like overnight you turn 18, and according to your driver's license, you are an adult to go and be tried as an adult.
Let's teach them and show them without being condescending, which I can tend to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I've talked about the same thing, writing in cursive, writing a check.
Right, yeah.
How to make out.
How to address an envelope.
I mean, some of those things. It's because it's not done as much. Don't be condescending. Just teach.
Teach
when
them.
When somebody comes and asks to be taught a lesson, be happy that they've been asked. They're asking you to be taught something. Yes. And don't, like I do, have to feed them all the stories about,
when I was this
young,
age,
I knew how to do this.
I was thrown in the deep end.
I had to drive to a library.
I almost drowned because I was thrown in the deep end.
Research out of books.
Remember the Dewey Decimal System?
Listen, the paper cuts my fingers used to have because of the word. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still. Thank you, children, for having patience with your parents.
And listen, everything that's going on is perfectly natural. Mm-hmm. It is perfectly natural. It is by design that your children leave you. And if they want to leave you, you've done your job.
Right.
You've done your job. And just always make your...
Well, if y'all had just told me that.
Make sure that you create a space in your home where they want to come back home. and visit and
ask you
and
questions.
if they come back in and just go to sleep on your couch, then job well done. You've done it. Now I gotta go be alone with my feelings right now.
I gotta go call my son.
Okay. Tell him I said hi.
I've already forgotten what we were talking about.
We were talking about letting our children go.
That's why I try
Sending
to put
our children off.
I try to put hard conversations and them becoming adults. And
yes, and how to do it.
How for us to
How
change
to-
our role.
How to parent a children.
Yeah.
That
so what good word do
wants
you
to
have
grow
for
up.
us?
I love these. Paul knew how to end a letter. He knew
Yes.
how to talk to the people that he was trying to encourage. And I love his prayers. And I will often send my children
A prayer
these
yeah.
prayers that he will put in his letters. This is, and Paul thought of a lot of these churches as his children. They were his babies that he birthed, that Paul and Peter and James and all the first starters of the church, of the church in Acts. Not James, but anyway, sorry, Kelly. But this is from Philippians. Philippians, one of my favorite letters of Paul. He says, in just right off the bat, starting off his letter in chapter 1, this is verse 3 through 11. I guess is going to listen in for this. Thank you so much, sir. Keep walking. Okay, lay down. He's finding his son. He says...
There, that spot's the perfect one, Mom.
Lay down. Hi, good boy. Okay, I guess I'm going to read this verse to you. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Okay.
He's paying attention.
He says, I thank my God in all my remembrance of you, always in every prayer of mine, for you all making my prayer with joy, because of your partnership in the gospel from the first day until now. And I am sure of this, that he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion at the day of Jesus Christ. It's right for me to feel this way about you all, because I hold you in my heart, for you are all partakers with me of grace, both in my imprisonment and in the defense and confirmation of the gospel. For God is my witness, how I yearn for you with all the affection of Christ Jesus. And it is my prayer that your love may abound more and more with knowledge and discernment, so that you may approve what is excellent, and be pure and blameless for the day of Christ, filled with the fruit of righteousness that comes through Jesus Christ, to the glory and praise of God. That's a blessing. That is a blessing that you can say over your children, that Paul was claiming over the church in Philippi. You've seen the cartoon of all the different churches getting the letters from Paul, and most of them is a fist coming out of it and punching them in the face.
What's the Hogwarts letter that he gets that comes flying in? What are those called? Howlers, screamers, or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's what I see them doing. It's like,
but this is the one where they read it and they go, "Oh,
thank you,
so sweet." Yeah,
I love you too.
Because Philippi, the church in Philippi, was just knocking it out of the ballpark.
Hey kiddos, hey adult children out there, that we love.
Yes.
Guess what? Jesus loves you.
You can't mess that up, and my love for you either. You can't mess that up either. Oh.